All right. So next one was purchase recency.
Mhm.
How often does your target rebuy? Like, do they come back? Right. Paul said there are very few offers that are truly like once in a lifetime purchases. So do
Mhm.
they come back? How often? And could you have them rebuy sooner? Could you like this is the same? I mean, similar to the buying cycle, but like this is for a repeat purchase. It's like how regularly do they buy, and how do we shorten or accelerate that cycle? Or the other variable you tossed in here is there a way to have them cross sell, right? If they bought product A and you know that like, well, they're going to want product B. And I don't know, like maybe like, let's talk about pools, right? Maybe
Mhm.
there's a set of chemicals that they need for pool opening at the start of the summer season. And then there's a
Mhm.
different set of like supplies or chemicals that they need for winterizing their pool. That would be a cross sell. It's like, in this season, we can anticipate this. So X number of months later, we can anticipate that. And then, it's basically just two products you're repeating at overlapping intervals at
Mhm.
off peaks of the year. So like, does that exist within your audience or your business model, or should it? Anything you
Yes.
want to add? Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing too is that this can also impact cash flow too. So if you need more cash flow, increase your purchase recency. So one of the smartest moves in my opinion for our services that I did is so it's a flat planning fee, and then it's a flat how to load the ads. It's like $100 for every 10 ads to load, and then for monitoring that, instead of doing it as a monthly purchase, I made it a weekly purchase. So if you want us to monitor your ads, you're paying us each week for it, which gives you one good iteration of everything. And um, it's great because it really makes people get serious about what they're doing. We had one lady before the pandemic shut her business down. It was perfect because like every week we were just kind of tweaking and adjusting and making things better for her. And then conversely, there's another client where they paid 250 for like 2-3 weeks, and like it was clear that their website was just not any good because we were driving traffic. And so they're like, we need to turn the ads off. I'm like, cool, thanks. Whereas if I had paid monthly via that subscription, maybe we're looking at like prorating a refund, or now I have to work for a whole month on these crappy ads and pull my hair out.
Yeah.
Whereas if people paying you 250 a week, that's cash flow each week. It's coming in.
Ed just had an interesting comment. He said, or they said, as you may wish to consider, and you may wish to consider a referral program to pay existing clients to send you leads.
Yes.
Yes, Ed. But even before a formal referral program, sometimes it's as simple as asking. And Paul actually does this automatically. I know because I paid an invoice recently, and the next follow up I got was like, "Thanks for that. Do you know anyone else we could help?" Right? And so sometimes it's as simple as like just asking, like, "Who else do you know?" And like number one, that's smart. Number two, it can be automated, and number three, those people will close at a higher rate and more quickly than cold traffic.
Yes.
Over and over and over, because the personal endorsement from somebody who bridges the gap between you and them acts as an accelerant. It speeds
Yes.
them through the journey because they don't have the inherent distrust. They're working with momentum from that referral.
Oh
So,
yeah.
so you can totally just ask, or if you start getting referrals, Jason's got to bounce. Thanks for hanging out, Jason.
Bye, Jason.
If you are naturally getting referrals from people, this is what happened to me. Is I wanted a formal way to say thank you to people who were referring their customers to MonkeyPod or their friends to MonkeyPod. So I set up my referral partner program so that I could pay these people. They weren't asking to get paid, but like it was important to me that I found a way to like express my gratitude, and ideally, it would serve us both. And so I think that's a natural extension of that conversation, and one that like, too many people are afraid to like go down that route, but like, it's just about having, if your margins can afford it, then why not reward those people? Cause you're not paying for the acquisition cost, right? That's the trade-off there, is like, you're paying a commission instead.
Yes.
And like so many of the, we could go for days, man. So many of the the customer journey concepts could also be applied to developing and maintaining the relationships you have with a referral network. Like it's just another relationship you're managing. And the sale, the conversion point is when they give you a referral, right? So you're building toward that, you're giving them resources, you're helping them make a decision. And then it's just another layer to that. But so many people focus exclusively on lead gen and not necessarily on like the way automation could serve those other aspects. But that's a tangent from the conversation at hand. Did I cut you off, Paul? Were you going to add something?
Let's see, purchase recency. I think that pretty much, again, it's pretty straightforward. It's simple. So you nailed it.
Great.
Oh, more validation. Jamie's saying selling weekly subscriptions is all we do. Higher conversion rates, better collections, never monthly. Yeah, there you go.
Bingo.
You're right there. Social proof.